Hey dear viewers, welcome back to Royal Pop channel, where we give you direct updated and all of what you would like to know. So please dear viewers, if you are new to this channel, please just take a few seconds to click on the subscribe bell, then activate the all notification. So let's get right to it. Prince Harry obtained inadequate facts over a decision to trade his taxpayer-funded police protection. When he is in the UK, the High Court has heard the Duke of Sussex is bringing a felony task towards the domestic office after being advised he would no longer be given the equal diploma of private shielding security when traveling from the US, no matter presenting to pay for it himself. He wishes to deliver his adolescents to go to from throughout the Atlantic, however, does no longer send secure when traveling underneath the contemporary safety arrangements. The court docket used to be formerly told he is difficult to 2020 choice of the Government Committee for the Safety of Royalty and Public Figures (EVAC), which is delegated powers from the Domestic Secretary. Harry is arguing that his private safety crew in the US does now not have enough jurisdiction abroad or get entry to UK genius information which is wanted to maintain his household safe. On Friday, the first listening to in the case continued at the Royal Courts of Justice in London, at which Harry used to be no longer present. The preliminary complaints, which had been mostly held in private, associated to in utility through the Duke and domestic workplace for some components of court docket documents in the case to be stored private throughout in preliminary public section of Friday's hearing. The judge, Mr. Justice Swift, summarized earlier than grounds forming the foundation of the Duke's prison challenge. He stated these blanketed and alleged over and flexible software of the coverage of the failure to take into account applicable considerations. The grounds additionally claimed that conclusions reached have been unreasonable and that inadequate facts used to be furnished in relation to the appreciate policy. And these were read in the affected section at some point of the choose said in the course of the listening to certain he'd Fatima QC, representing the Duke, furnished the decide with 2 letters on the membership of EVAC. She advised court that we have been asking about the membership, later writing that this would relate to the relevance of the claimants, know-how about who he used to be dealing with and in what capacity. Milliseconds. Fatima advised the court that we now be aware of that the cupboard offices has an entity, a member of our EVAC. She additionally advised the choose that they do previously had correspondence with Sir Mark Sedwill, a senior civil servant who served as cupboard secretary from 2018 to 2019. At the first phase of the listening to held closing week, the courtroom heard that the Duke think about the UK is and constantly will be his home. Milliseconds. Fatima informed the court it goes barring saying that he does prefer to come lower back to see household and friends and to proceed to assist the charities that are so shut to his heart. The criminal consultant for Harry in the past said the Duke desires to fund the protection himself as a substitute, then ask taxpayers to foot the bill. In written submissions, Robert Palmer QC for the domestic office argued that the Duke's provide to pay for his very own security was one car relevant and that private protecting safety by means of the police is no longer reachable on the privately financed basis. He stated of the type of tribute to the Duke of structure of first trait status, the place he is viewed for private shielding protection via the police, with the specific arrangements being based on the motive for his presence in Great Britain and by using reference to the features he consists of out when present. The barrister added a case by way of case strategy irrationally and as it should be permits mirror to put in force a responsive approach to replicate the applicable occasions. The domestic office's written arguments additionally declare that Harry's provided funding used to be extraordinarily no longer to enhance the effect at the time of the Duke's go to win 600 2021 or in any pre-motion correspondence. The Duke temporarily lower back from Los Angeles remaining year for the July 1 unveiling of the Diana Princess of Wales Memorial statue and the day earlier than on June 30th. He met critically sick teens and younger human beings at the Nicely Infant backyard party and afternoon tea in Kew Gardens, West London. It is understood the Duke's vehicle was once Chaz by way of photographers as he left the Duke and his spouse Meghan now stay in the United States with their youngsters, Archie and Lil a bit, after quitting his senior working royals in early 2020. Mr. Justice Swift is predicted to supply his ruling on the preliminary court docket proceedings phase, of which may additionally be private at a later date. Thank you for watching and see you next time.